Hey everyone, Chris Ashley here. It is great to be back with you. I know I've taken a little bit of a hiatus from these longer form videos and podcasts, but I'm really happy to be back and I'm excited to talk about today's topic. But first, just a little plug. Follow me on social media. I'm at Change Your Mind with Chris on TikTok, on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I have a podcast. And let's see, if you go to changeyourmindtochangeyourreality.com, all you have to do is sign up for my newsletter, and I'm going to send you a free gift that's going to help you create and manifest the life of your dreams. Also, a little disclaimer, I just got a 5-month-old puppy who is here at my feet. And if you hear chomping or if you hear me say woolly no, that's what's going on. All right, let's get into it. So today's topic is about getting out of your comfort zone. And here's the big message. No one is coming to save you. It is all up to you. You get to make what you want out of this life. So if you want to go out and follow your dreams, you need to start doing things that scare you. Now, so many people are just content to stay in their comfort bubble, their comfort zone, and they wake up each morning not really inspired, not really pumped up to get out of their routine, to break all of their old, maybe stale habits. But here's the thing, if you don't get out of your comfort zone, you are never going to grow. So go do things that scare you. Even if you are absolutely terrified, do it afraid. That's what my mentor, Mary Morrissey, taught me. Do it afraid. You know, you never know where a single step is going to lead you. From taking one step, doors will appear that weren't even there before and they'll open. You'll meet people that will help you along your path. Great healing can take place. You might find out you're really good at a skill. You might learn that you really love something, but you have to take that risk. Without risk, there's no reward. And no one is coming to save you. You have to do it yourself. You have to take responsibility for your life. You have to get out there. Do things that scare you. Doing things that scare me is one of my favorite things to do because that's where you level up. That's where you grow, and that exponential growth. That's where it really happens. So if you're sitting there wishing your life was different or wishing you could have the courage to follow your dreams, write out some steps you can take to start moving yourself in that direction, and then take those steps, right? Keep that appointment with yourself, take steps in the direction of your dreams, and try to do something that scares you every single week. Now, a lot of people tend to think that, you know, if they're a little bit older, they've already kind of like gotten into their routine, they've figured out their career, they have their circle of friends, they have their hobbies that maybe they've become really good at. And it becomes really, really difficult to change because, like, if you think about it, I like to use the metaphor of a wheelbarrow. If you're always pushing your wheelbarrow on the same dirt road, you're going to create really deep ruts, right? And the more you stay in that same routine, the harder it's going to be to get out of that rut and forge a new path. But here's the thing, it's never too late to, okay? I call bullshit on all those people that are like, no, I'm too old, I've lived my life. I have an aunt like that. I remember talking to her like a decade ago when her husband passed away. And I was like, so what's next for you? Like, are you going to try to meet someone? And this was like, you know, a little bit after he passed. So it wasn't like the next day, but it was a couple of years after. But it was like, you know, what's next? Are you going to meet someone? Like, are you going to put yourself out there? And she was like, oh, no. Like, I've been married. Like, that ship has sailed. And it was like, she was like in her 60s at the time. You know, there's like a whole life ahead of her, like almost half of her life if she lives to be 100. So, you know, you don't want to be like that. You want to put yourself out there. And no matter what your age is, it is never too late for you to find new love, to start a new career, to take up a new hobby. You know, whether it's a plant shop that you always wanted to open, or, I don't know, if you always want to take up pottery and you're in your 80s, then go take a pottery class, you know, put yourself out there, do things that excite you, follow your passions, even if it's scary at first, you know, and the other thing is like we tend to get really good at something, right? It's our hobby. We get really good at it. And then it's even harder. There's a little bit of that ego in there, right? So it's even harder to start over with a new hobby and to be bad at something, but allow yourself to be bad at something. Like give yourself permission to suck, and then keep practicing and you'll get better at it. That's how you learn and grow. And especially for if you're older, if you are still alive right now, and I'm assuming you're still alive if you're listening to this. If you are still alive right now, then that means that you still have a purpose to live. You still have things to learn, lessons to learn, and growth to accomplish. And you have experiences that you are meant to have. Okay, so no matter what age you are, no matter what season of your life you're in, there is something that you are still meant to do on this planet if you are still here. So follow your passions, start doing something, get out there. And I think one of the best pieces of advice that I have for people, just in terms of following your dreams and learning and growing, is to get a mentor or a coach. Okay. No matter what it is you're trying to do. I have used mentors and coaches in my personal life, in my professional life. Like every time I've broken into a new career, every time there's been something I've wanted to learn, I have found a mentor or a coach in that industry who is an expert in their field, and I have approached them, right? I didn't sit back and wait for the right person to fall into my lap. I went out actively seeking people and asked them to be my mentor, asked them to be my coach, asked them to help guide me. And a lot of times people want to help guide you. There are people out there who have walked the path already. All right. And when you learn from them, you grow exponentially because you don't make any of the same mistakes they did, right? You get to learn from all of the growth that they've had, and then you get to start where they're at. And they have a wealth of knowledge to share with you. I don't know if you can hear my puppy gnawing on my chair. These people who have walked the path, they have a wealth of knowledge to share with you. So get yourself a mentor or a coach. And, you have to spend money to make money. So if you're thinking like, oh no, I can't afford that right now. Like the question is, can you afford not to, right? If you are trying to follow your dream life, and you are breaking into a new industry, especially, but even if you're trying to up level in your own, or you're trying to grow personally in some kind of way, you have to put yourself out there. You have to spend a little bit to make some, because you're going to get that back tenfold. It's a trust fall with the universe, right? It's putting your faith in another person, in another plan, in another protocol, and then doing everything in your power to follow that and take your steps. And that is honestly how I have found success in every single aspect of my life. A lot of my content revolves around spirituality and quantum physics and all of this, but this growth mindset ties into it, right? Because we talk about the law of attraction a lot. We talk about resiliency. We talk about taking steps towards your dreams. And this is such an important piece of the puzzle. Get yourself a mentor or a coach. And make sure you choose a coach. This is important. Make sure you choose a coach who also has a coach. You want a coach who is also trying to learn, trying to grow, working on their own personal development, right? Because if they're not learning and growing, you're going to hit a ceiling with them, right? But if they're learning and growing, you're going to keep learning and growing with them. You are going to benefit from all of that new information that they are learning. Okay, so find someone who is really walking the walk. All right, my name is Chris Ashley. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for the puppy interruptions. He's adorable. Do you want to see him? If you're listening on the podcast, you won't be able to see him. But come here, buddy. Here he is. He's a 5-month-old golden doodle. His name is Wooly. I've been so heartbroken since I lost my baby girl, my Katanda Tulier, Soda Pop in May. And we just got this guy a couple of weeks ago, and he's really helping heal my heart. So Dogs are the best. But anyway, follow me for more. Follow me, subscribe, share my content. Like I said, I'm on all the social media channels. Head over to changeyourmindtochangeyourreality.com, and I'll see you next time.